Well, hashtag one team, one town, hashtag road to the rock. Welcome to Prescott High School. Welcome to week 14 of this Newport Greyhound football season. Welcome to Cable 15 and Cable15TV.com. I'm Randy Klepetsky in for David Black. David had an eye procedure yesterday. He's actually looking over my shoulder right now, making sure I do things right. But good to have David here, and hopefully he heals up real quickly. Brian Prince beside me. With the second time we've worked together this year. We've got the Newport Greyhounds and the Prescott Curly Wolves. The winner advances to play the winner of Charleston Glen Rose next week at War Memorial Stadium. Brian, the level of competition steps up considerably tonight.
Yeah, usually you don't meet a 13-0 until the state championship game, but we're meeting them in the semifinal. They're an excellent team, got an excellent quarterback, excellent running backs, and 13-0 will tell you, they're a real good team, and we're in for a dogfight tonight.
No doubt about it. The winner of this game will play the winner of Charleston Glen Rose for the AAA state championship next Saturday, December 10th at War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock. So, we just want to get there. We've had some 14-week seasons in the past. I don't know if we've ever had a 15-week season. We'd love to have that. Newport has won the toss, and as Coach Hinesley has talked about many times, when he wins toss, he wants to defer and play defense, and I love that strategy, and hopefully it works out well for the Hounds tonight, Brian.
Yes, sir. Our lead sponsor, as always on our pregame, is the White River Health System and its affiliates, the Newport Diagnostic Medical Clinic and the White River Medical Complex in Newport. The after-hours clinic is open. They're accepting walk-ins Friday and Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., 2200 Malcolm. If you need their services, call 870-512-2550. Again, they are at 2200 Malcolm Avenue. And our pregame show is brought to you by Arkansas Steel Associates at 2803 Van Dyke Road. Arkansas Steel Associates produces and supplies specialty steel products for the railroad industry in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Economical leader in Newport for many, many years.
Well, Brian, again, Newport's going to kick off to start this football game. When you defer like that, you want some good things to happen defensively. You either want to get a turnover, you want to stop them, and really main thing you want to come out of this with is good field position. But even if you let them score, you still got that extra possession ahead of you. So hopefully the Hound defense will play well on this kick coverage right now, and play well to start this football game, and we'll be off to a good start.
Yes, sir. Kickoff brought to you by Brian Smith, Farm Bureau Insurance, 206 North Harwood Street, 523-8946. Arkansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture.
Rolando Noguez, will kick off for Newport. Rolando and Jerry Ellis have kind of switched back and forth on kickoff. Rolando normally a short kick high kick up to about the 40-yard line, and ending up with good field position for Prescott if that's the case. But there's not much of a chance of a return when he kicks it high like that. So Rolando's going to kick it. When Jerry kicks it, he kind of squibs it down the field, and it's hard to handle. But Rolando's going to start off kicking this kickoff, and the referees are discussing something. I don't know what they'd be talking about right now. It's just time to kick it off.
Yep, we're under a minute, and I guess they had to have their last little powwow.
Okay, well that's the reason. I couldn't see the clock. We're in the Prescott stands, if you can probably tell. So
if you can't tell it, you're going to hear it.
You're going to hear it, and that'll make me a little more subdued than normal. Hopefully I'll have a lot of things to get excited about, but I will be a little more subdued even if things do get exciting, because you don't want to rile up the Prescott fans. So we're going to be a little subdued, but hopefully we'll have some things to get us warmed up inside at least. Noguez to kick off. Hound fans on their feet. Great crowd from Newport over there. 3-hour drive down here to Prescott, but they're in mass. Again, one team, one town. Noguez to kick off. And I don't know, it was ugly. Noguez went up there to kick it, and everybody just kind of stopped. And maybe whistle hadn't blown maybe to kick it. I'm not sure.
He just kind of got there and one-legged it.
Yeah. Well, everybody stopped, and I thought maybe the whistle hadn't blown to kick it, but we're going to have a procedure against Newport. Be a 5-yard penalty, and Rolando will have to kick it from the 35-yard line, and that should really give Prescott good field position, more than likely, near the 40 or 45-yard line. Garrett Body, Julius Clark, Devontae McCoy, among others on that kickoff team. And here comes Rolando for the second time after the whistle blows. There it goes. Noguez puts his hand up, and he comes to kick it. Again, a high, short kick, not fair caught. Well, I guess it was. I didn't see his hand go up. Apparently, he had called it earlier, but they'll start at their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10 Prescott. Brian, a real elusive offense here that we've got to stop.
Yes, sir. This quarterback, he has the ability to throw it, and he will pull it down and run it. He has 2 able running backs that'll be back there with him in the pistol set tonight, and that's what they ran here for a while. I don't expect to see anything different.
Got to be disciplined defensively, no doubt about it. 1st and 10 Prescott at their own 40. Quarterback rolls right, looks, throws it high up in the air and well out of the range of the receiver. TK Fryer was the only guy near the football with a chance to catch it. So 2nd and 10 Prescott.
Yep, got some good pursuit and had good coverage. He just never got his shoulder squared to make a good pass.
Boy, this entire defense has played so well for Newport all year, and hopefully they'll continue tonight's secondary with TK and Tydrell, Jay Cright. Hopefully those guys will play well. We've got to get pressure on the quarterback. Play outside, and he's got room, and good tackle by Tydrell. Be just short of a 1st down. They'll spot him at the 48. He has to get right to midfield, so it brings up 3rd down and 2 for the Prescott Curly Wolves.
Yeah, they brought all theirs in tight and had a couple extra blocking backs back there, and that's what caused the havoc.
3rd and 2. Blocking back right in front of the quarterback. That quarterback will follow him, and he'll have a 1st down and more. Still on his feet inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Gain of about 14. 1st and 10 Prescott. Tydrell Fryer on the tackle.
Yeah, he was using his blockers to pick and juke and jive down the field.
We really haven't seen a quarterback like this all year that's got this elusive that I can remember. So a new thing to look at for the Hound defense. Something they haven't seen all year. And off inside. Got a room, and he's at the 30, 25. Again, a great block on the right side, great blocking on the right side, and he'll be all the way down to the 20. Gain of 18, 1st down and 10 for Prescott. And this offense looks awful good right now.
Yes, sir. Sometimes it does take us a little bit to settle in and make our adjustments, but I got faith in them.
I do too. Sometimes things will look a lot different after that first drive. Prescott wanting to play fast, and their fans are getting the official to get it set. And off inside. Boy, he's going to go score. 20-yard run by number 1, and Prescott made that look very easy.
Yeah, they did. We did not set our edges, and they just ran right around us.
Yeah, that was much too easy right there, and I think the Hounds know what to expect, and hopefully we'll adjust to that and start making some plays on the next series. But they looked very, very good on that series. They tried to pass it one time, and that didn't work, and it was all run after that, and only took about 4 or 5 plays to score. 60-yard drive and just very few plays. They'll attempt an extra point. Ball down, kicks up in the air, and that looks good, and it is good. With 11:08, it only took 52 seconds. Prescott leads 7-0.
Yes, sir. Tonight's game's also brought to you by Bank of England, Kenny Thaxton out to Village Mall, 870-495-3931. Sam's Diner, the bright yellow building down on 2nd Street. Dine in, carry out. They have a plate lunches daily. Give them a buzz, 523-2373. White River Area on Aging, 1200 Highway 367 next to Glass Plus, 523-4982. And Ben Black's Used Cars. Give Ben a call if you're looking to sell or buy, 512-8429. And don't forget to hang around after the game for the George Kell Player of the Game and the Subway Coaches Show, the Subway out at Walmart. We'll have Coach Hinesley with us after the game.
Zaywin Smith, Julius Clark, O'Shea Pruitt, Alberto Garcia, Jay Cright, Dawson Cook deep for Newport, Jerry Ellis, Garrett Body, Quavion Harris on that kick return team for Newport. We'll see how Prescott chooses to kick. Most teams don't like to kick deep to Newport. This could be an exception. We'll find out right now. They just squib it across the ground, fielded by Quavion at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 Newport, good field position. We'll see how this Newport defense plays on this first series.
Yes, sir. They, I think they feel they prepared well this week on both sides of the ball, both offense and defense. So I hope we're able to make a few adjustments over there on the sideline with our defense and let our offense come out here and just lay on these boys for a good long drive.
Yeah.
I'll take a touchdown anyway, but it seems like makes a difference at the end of the game after we've laid on them.
We'll take a one-play drive, whatever it takes. Joe Brodus, the running back, behind Cash. 2 receivers right, motion man this way. Hand off inside to Brodus. And he will use tough running with his legs to get 1, maybe 2 on the play. Had nothing there, but we'll give him close to 2. Tough running by Brodus. 2nd down and 8, Newport.
Yes, sir. That big man just got right up in the center on us, and thank goodness Joe had the leg strength he had to pick up what we got there.
Yeah, there shouldn't have been anything right there for most backs.
They had it snuffed out.
53, the right tackle's a big man, I can tell you that right now. Brodus, Joe Brodus. Brodus near a 1st down. I think they'll spot him just short. Look like they'll spot him at the 49. He has to get to 44. He has to get to the 45. 3rd down and 1, Newport. Big conversion coming up here.
Yes, sir. Both our guards pulling opened up a lane for him, and he made the best of it with his speed.
You need to make this 1st down right here. You want to keep the drive going. Don't want to give them the ball after that 1st drive. And Cash, your quarterback, Joe Brodus. Brodus. Joe's got a 1st down. Well, no, he does not have it. I thought he would have got a better spot than that, but he did not. And it's going to be short of a 1st down. It'll be 4th down and about a half a yard for Newport. We'll see what the Hounds do right here. Aaron Hill's done a great job of punting him, but you hate giving them the ball right back the way they drove it on the 1st drive.
Yeah, he must have just sprung him down right there.
Yeah,
I thought he already went by the line.
Yeah, Hounds are at least appear to be lining up to go for it. And Hounds are bringing in their punt team right here. And it's the right decision, but hopefully our defense has made some adjustments over there and is ready to stop this curly wolf attack on the next play. Xavier Foster, your deep snapper. Aaron Hill's done a great job of punting, especially the last couple of weeks. Another great punt by Aaron. Nobody's deep for Prescott, so it'll bounce inside the 20. Down to about the 14-yard line. Excellent punt of about 41 yards. 1st and 10, Prescott from their own 14.
Farmers Oil Corp down at 3rd Street, Highway 69. Reminding you, now is the time to order up your propane, get your propane from them. Winter's coming, open 7 to 5, Monday through Friday, 7 to 12 noon on Saturdays. And don't forget, it's duck season. Muddy River calls Hunter Bowen, 217-1033.
9:39 to go here in the first quarter as Prescott starts their 2nd drive. We're only 2:21 in, and they're already starting their 2nd drive of the game. Same play coming this way. Hounds play that much better than on the 1st series. He'll get up to about the 16-yard line, maybe 2 on the plays. This will be 2nd down and 8 for Prescott.
Yeah, that's a real good defensive effort of being prepared for that play right there when they see these. They're overbalanced over here and extra blocking backs back there. 2nd
down and 8. Prescott lines up to go quickly. Quarterback keeps it. Played well again by the Hounds. Sets up a big 3rd down. He gets about 2 more. It's going to be 3rd down and about 6 at least for Prescott on this play. Big play for this Hound defense.
Yep, everybody, we got to set these edges, stay in our lanes, and you've got to make good tackles because just arm tackling ain't going to work.
You've got to be sure against these guys, no doubt. Quarterback fakes and drops, throws it deep. It's going to be overthrown. Good job by that Hound defense. They want to interference, but they should not get it, and they won't get it, and Prescott will have to punt the football.
Yep. They wanted pass interference, but, it was overthrown over his head.
Yeah, I think the ball was already passed, really, by the time the contact started. I think it was a good no call.
And it was about a yard from being out of bounds.
Yeah. Jay Cricht will go back deep for Newport. He'll set up near midfield, so hopefully the Hounds will get good field position here. And we've got an injury here on the Prescott sideline, and he's up and he's all right. Players go to a knee, but they're back up, and Prescott will punt the football. Clock's at 8:45, and Hounds are already fixing to start their 2nd drive, and we're only 3:15 into this game. A lot of action so far, but a good job by that Hound defense. Good adjustments made to stop this Prescott offense.
Jameson back to punt for Prescott.
Got to make sure he punts high. Snap. It's over his head. And there comes the Hounds. And he's going to get out of there and go. He fumbles the football. And hopefully the Hounds have it.
Yep.
I think the Hounds have it, but still not sure. Still haven't seen an indication, but all the Newport fans and Prescott's going to get the football. And the Hounds are over there like they had it. Apparently they did not.
My goodness.
And that's a backbreaker, a heartbreaker right there. Hounds with a chance to stop them deep in their own territory. A bad snap. And he's a great athlete, and he gets out of there and makes a first down, fumbles it. We thought we had it, and we didn't.
Yep, that's one of the, you got to stay in your lanes.
The ball, 1st and 10, Prescott.
And that's what great teams do right there. First and 10, Prescott at their own 37-yard line, and hope we don't have to look back at that play, but we might. Quarterback drops straight back, flushed out, almost slips, throws it over here, and it's going to be incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
This is incomplete.
Alberto says he was out of bounds anyway, but I didn't think he caught it anyway. 2nd down and 10, Prescott.
No, the ball came rolling out across here. He just kind of barely touched it. Great pursuit by Darrell. Darrell was doing everything he could to get to him.
I believe it would be safe to say Darrell does not have the speed of that quarterback.
No, not at all. But he corralled him up until the last minute.
He did all he could. 2nd down and 10.
That play lasted about as long as the first quarter so far.
Hand off this way. Spread out well by the Hounds. Make a tackle, and we don't. And they've got a flag over here.
There's a flag on
holding against the guys in maroon, hopefully.
Signal number 1, holding.
There's the call. Holding.
Holding against Prescott.
Prescott, that'll be a 10-yard penalty, and that'll make it 2nd down and 20, and we'll take that.
Yep. You can't do it out there on that island when you're by yourself because everybody sees it.
Everybody's looking.
Yeah. That's the bad thing when you're number 1 and the referee's definitely pointing number 1. So.
Exactly. Now defensive line got Kobe McCoy out there and Deshaun Anderson, Big Darrell Hardiman, Luke Samaniego on that right defensive end. Again, TK Fryer,
2nd down.
Jordan Neal, Tyrell Fryer, Dawson Cook, Alberto Garcia. The Bash brothers on that Newport defense. Where it fakes and drops back, throws it deep, and has a man streaking downfield, and he's got it. The 1st down, Prescott. They go deep on us, and just a well-thrown ball. The coverage wasn't that bad. It was just a perfectly executed play, and they'll have a 1st in at the Newport 30.
Yeah, he just runs straight past our defenders. I mean, there's just playing pitch and catch there.
Yeah. 1st down and 10 at the Newport 30. And off inside. Yep. Jukes outside. And
got holding again. There's face mask.
We make a tackle finally on the edge over here. It was TK Fryer holding on for dear life to make the tackle. Gain of 7 to the 23-yard line. We have 7:33 to go here in the first quarter. Prescott leads 7-0, and they'll have it 2nd and 2nd and 3 from the Newport 23.
We're setting the edges. We just can't keep it contained.
Yeah. Darrell out. Tyler Linville in, the right defensive tackle position. Quarterback straight ahead. He's still on his feet inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Prescott Jennings right now after that big pass play, 2nd and be 1st and 10 from the Newport 12.
And he picked up another curly wolf.
And they're up there, and they're wanting to go fast again. They'll send 3 receivers right. 1 back to the right of the quarterback. Quarterback keeps it straight ahead. Another big gain inside the 10 near the 6-yard line. Gain of 6, be 2nd and 4.
Tackle number 56 there for the Greyhounds.
Luke Samaniego I call him the high motor man, always playing with a high motor. Luke, like most of these guys, he's a junior, a lot of juniors and sophomores, and real excited about the future. 2 straight ahead, and he'll be in the end zone. 6-yard touchdown by number 2, and Prescott goes ahead 13-0.
It's just they sealed us off right up the gut, and we had one guy that could get him and couldn't get him to the ground.
Well, it didn't take long to make that drive. Again, we got the penalty and got them back in 2nd and 20, and they hit the big pass play. And just been so close for Newport on a couple of these drives here, but Prescott's made the plays when they had to. Ball down, kick is up in the air, and it looks good. It is good, and with 6:39 to go in the first quarter, Prescott 14, Newport 0.
Yep, Robert Turner, financial advisor for Edward Jones, 2802 Stegall Road, 523-8780. Number 62 in your program, number 1 in your heart. Skycap and Sky-Fi Solutions out at the Village Mall. Security cameras, home installation, fiber optics. Give them a buzz out there at the Village Mall, 9:30 to 7:30, Monday through Saturday. St. Michael's Place, April Bateman, administrator, and Jay Cox, social services. They're helping us bring this broadcast tonight, along with the Newport Business Resource Center, the NEDC. John Chadwell in the gang.
Well, Brian, Newport with a chance to have a big turnover on downs down there way back in their own territory. The bad snap over the guy's head, and he just makes a great play. And, boy, if we would have got that, who knows what it might be 7-7 right now, but you can't look back. It's 14-0. We need to make some plays offensively.
Yeah, they can't hang their heads. They got to, pick them up and go. We've been in this situation,
We've been there.
So we can come back.
They kick it deep this time. Jerry Ellis at the 6. Jerry 10. Jerry stutter steps. And great coverage by Prescott. And they've got a whole host down there. And Jerry will get a 10-yard return to the 16. And great kickoff coverage by Prescott.
We just got to stay at our game plan, not get rattled. We've been there before.
We can make big plays at any time. I mean, this team has made
6:32 here to go in the first quarter.
70 and 80-yard touchdown runs before, so we can turn quickly. But we need to have something good happen on this drive.
Get that momentum away.
Yeah. Jay Cricht comes out to the left.
1st and 10 Newport.
Body out right. Hand off inside, and boy, just no room there. Guess that was Jordan Neal. Can't see his number, but they're still playing down there. But hand off inside. Yeah, it was Jordan Neal, and he'll be at the 15-yard line. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
Yeah, we just couldn't get any push on our offensive line. They've got us stagnated right now.
Yeah, this team is as advertised, and did get out of this hole right here. Ball's at the 15-yard line. 2nd down and 11. And got a flag on the play. What's hard enough to get the yardage when you make it 2nd and 16? It's sure much more difficult. False start, Newport. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, and they'll mark it back to the 10-yard line. Be 2nd and 16.
Just can't have mental errors like that.
No.
Left in the ladies' restroom.
Like everybody we've talked to, we've just got to play a perfect game to win it, and not doing that right now. Ball at the 10-yard line, and
God love him. I don't know if you can hear the PA announcer.
Pass to Jay Cricht. Jay Cricht. Good gain, excellent gain. 14 up to the 24-yard line. But there's a flag down there as well.
We're going to add a little extra yardage. I think we got a face mask there.
Where it's thrown, you would assume it would be on the defense. I don't think there was anybody of ours to hold there, and that's the only thing we could have done in that area. Personal foul, face mask. That will be a 15-yarder, and that'll move it down to the 39-yard line. Be 1st and 10 Newport from that point. Great 14-yard conversion on the pass play. Get us near first down, but this will get us that first down. Gets us out of that hole. Let's go score, guys.
Yes, sir, and that's one of their coaches will say, we didn't need that penalty because we had 4 guys tackling 1.
Yeah. Ball at the 39-yard line. In the pistol look for Newport. Jordan Neal, the running back. Cash signaling the play. Motion man, O'Shea this way. Boy, they're just in the backfield unblocked. 33 was not touched, and he read that play, and he had Jordan in the backfield. Loss of 5 back to the 34-yard line, 2nd and 15.
Yep, the second time in a row we're going to be behind the sticks on second down.
A loss of 5 yards on the play.
4:53 to go here in the first quarter, and Hounds already trail 14-0.
You can't have missed assignments, and especially against a team like this.
Again, need to play near perfect football, and that's not it. Again, Jordan Neal, the running back, behind Cash. Cash rolls right, throws it out, has O'Shea. Not much there, played well. And we might get one to the 35, just past the 35-yard line. Great pursuit by Prescott, and O'Shea gets about one on it. It's going to be 3rd down and long, 3rd and 14 for Newport.
Yeah, they had 3 guys out there. They snuffed that one out. I mean, he looked open for a minute, and that's about as long as it lasted. It was about 22 seconds.
They converged on O'Shea like O'Shea likes to converge on opposing running backs. I've seen O'Shea do that a time or two, but just not a chance. Jake Wright, Quavion come out this way.
Under 4 to go here in the opening quarter.
3rd and 14. Cash rolls this way, throws it back across his body. Hounds, and we fumble the football, and they get it. It was going to be 4th down anyway, but they'll end up with better field position than they would have on a punt. You can't afford to turn the football over. Hounds do. Again, we were going to have to turn it over on 4th down anyway, but great field position for Prescott at their own 48.
A well-designed play, executed perfectly, but just like you said, you can't put it on the ground.
Yeah, the execution was great. I mean, I really liked the play. I don't know if we've run that before or not, but it was really beautiful. Yeah, really. Hounds have been doing several things offensively the last couple of weeks, differently, and good to see that, but you just can't turn it over. Defense needs to find a way to get a stop. We did on the second drive, but they found a way to get out with the punt. Throws it deep, overthrown. Oh, good job by Dawson. Thought he might get a pick there, but Dawson was the only one with a chance to get it. Great pursuit by the Hound defense.
Yeah, Deshaun Anderson just laid into him. So
Sean does a great job on pass rushes, and he's one of those few seniors on this team. We'll miss him, but
well, he's got a motor.
He does. Plays both ways, offensively, defensively, and doesn't ever appear tired to me. He's got that motor. 2nd down and 10 from the 48. And off to 1, and nothing there. There'll be a loss on that play. Good pursuit by that Hound defense. Actually, a loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 11.
Yeah, we, as David talks many times, setting the edge.
Yeah.
That right there is a prime example of how you do it, and they did it right there.
3rd and 11. Got to find a way to get a stop here. 3 receivers right, 1 left, 1 back in the backfield. Quarterback rolls this way, throws it over here, and it's going to be complete. Big hit by the Hound defense, but he's got the 1st down. Tyrell with a good hit, but they'll have a 1st down at the Newport 37. Gain of 16 on the play, 1st and 10 Prescott.
You just can't give that kind of cushion. Not with a quarterback that has the ability to throw on the run and move like that. You just can't do it.
And again, Prescott sets up fast. They're ready to go. 2:58 to go here in the first quarter. Prescott leads 14-0. They're on the move. And off inside. Good tackle by the Hounds. That was 24, O'Shea Pruitt, the Hounds' leading tackler for the year, and he'll get nothing there. Brings up 2nd down, and he may get 1 2nd and 9.
Yeah, he defended, got off his defender and basically made it with one arm and drug him onto the ground. That's a great tackle.
Again, 3 receivers left, 1 right. Quarterback looks to the sideline for the play. Quarterback fakes and drops back. He's got pursuit from Durrell. Almost break. Great job by that Hound defense. Luke Samaniego with the pressure. Mr. High Motor with the loss on the play.
Durrell Hardiman, set the tone for that. Got him you know, where he didn't want to be, and then the rest of Calvary came and cleaned it up.
Great job by Darrell.
2 minutes and counting here in the first quarter. Hounds down 14-0 here, but long third down.
Darrell out. For 50 in for Newport. Alex Embry. Pass out here. Great.
Holding.
Got a flag, and that'll be coming back.
Yep.
That loss was no big deal.
Nope.
And that's another curly wolf.
I thought I saw a flag come out too.
It was holding right here about the 25. I thought they threw the flag.
First and goal from the 4 for Prescott. There's number 1, and he'll be in the end zone.
Van Hook on the carry.
Just short. I thought he was across, but they're going to mark him just as close as you could get without going over. Gained 4 on the play, be second down and goal from the 1 foot line at the most. Less than that, actually. 1:15 to go here in the first quarter. Prescott leads 14-0 and very close to making it a 3-score lead. Quarterback keeps it. He's in there untouched. With 1:01 to go in the first quarter, Prescott leads 20-0.
Yes, sir. That was a tough one right there.
Again, we thought we had the flag there. It seemed like every drive there's been something we thought was going to stop it and not.
Yeah, I thought I had saw it. That's why I said it was coming back, and
confident that you'd seen it.
Saw him drug to the ground, and
they're 2 out of 2 on extra points. Ball down, kicks up in there, and it's good once again. And again, with 1:01 to go in the first quarter, Prescott leads 21-0.
Farmers Tire Mart, 1501 Malcolm Avenue, 870-523-6735. All your auto services, flats, fixed, oil changes. They'll check your belts and hoses. Also have mobile service. Check them out on Facebook as well. Also, farmerstiremart.com. Dr. Gavin McDowell, customized vision care, Village Mall, 523-3333. Latest styles of name brand glasses, name brand sunglasses, prescription and non-prescription. And don't forget to hang around after the game. The George Kell player of the game and the Subway Coachy Show. Subway out at Walmart. Norman and Baker Pharmacy, Mary Davis and crew, 1117 McLean Street. They will be moving out to the White River Medical Complex, former Kroger building. They will have a drive-through out there as well. We got to right the ship.
We got to find some way to do something, Brian. Yeah, we haven't been down 21-0 in the first quarter this year by any stretch of the imagination. So, now just got to reach back and need something good to happen. You just got to have one thing happen, and sometimes it can snowball from that. Good kick, and the whistle's blown dead. So apparently offsides against Prescott. They'll have to kick it from 5 yards further back. I definitely do see the flag this time on the other side of the field.
You know, I think I've seen 2 offsides on a kickoff in one game in forever.
You have now. Always a first when you come to a sporting event, it seems like. They'll have to kick it from back at the 35-yard line. Again, they're just kicking it to Jerry and daring him to go. If he can just get a little old crease through there, we know Jerry can go. He's done it before. And number 6 to kick off. Again, they kick it deep. Jerry at the 16. Jerry Ellis 25, 30. Jerry Ellis. Well, just great, just tenacious pursuit by that Prescott kick team. Jerry tried to get past it, got it to the 33, about a 17-yard return. Pretty good field position by the Hounds. We just need to string some first downs.
Yeah, we've got to let our defense stay off the field for a while.
Need a little rest. Of course, a few of those guys play both ways, but a lot of them are on that sideline right now. And
well, they're shuttling Darrell in and out, and that's big. Yeah. He needs to get, some breaks every now and then.
Darrell, Connor Prince, Deshaun Anderson. That offensive line on this left side. Deshaun at center. Brodus, nothing. Actually loses about a half a yard. Joe Brodus about 220 yards rushing last week. Been the star of the show the last couple of weeks, and Prescott knows that. Clock's down to 35 seconds and counting. Probably one more play.
We just hadn't been able to get our running backs that little crease to get going. I mean, the only thing we've created has been a pass out of the backfield.
Yeah. Give Prescott all the credit in the world. Cash looks to the sideline to Coach Bradley. Clock down to about 13. 25-second clock at 8. Brodus.
Brodus on the carry.
Brodus will get a gain of about 2. It'll be 1 yard past the original line of scrimmage. Will bring up 3rd down and 9, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. With your score, the Prescott Curly was 21. Your Newport Greyhounds 0.
The City of Newport Recycling, open 7 to 4 Monday through Friday. They accept cardboard, newspaper, magazines, assortment of things. Give Bonnie a call, 217-0070. El Puente, can't say enough about their food out there. Their fajitas and fajita taco salads and nacho supremes to go along with that punch and the best tea in town. Call in and drive through, 523-2369. Bratcher Real Estate, 732 Malcolm at the corner of Malcolm and Wilkerson. Got Mary Reed and Lauren Sampson, 870-512-8951. And give Mary a call, 512-8660. Unity Health Harris Medical Center, emergency room, home health care, orthopedic services, 523-8911. They also are the host of the Booster Club luncheons on Monday at noon. Go out there for $5 and get a real good lunch and get to hear about the past game and the upcoming game.
We're fixing to start the second quarter. Hounds will have it 3rd down and 9. Need to find a way to make a conversion here. 3rd and 9 from their own 35-yard line, and you just don't want to get it back to this, obviously, back to this Prescott offense that quickly. Pass out here in the flat to O'Shea, and played well, and he'll get nothing.
The pass is complete.
Be 4th down and long for Newport, and Aaron Hill and the punt team will be on the field. It's great pursuit by that Prescott defense.
Yeah, that's just not what we needed. We needed to string a drive together, not only for points, but let that defense stay off the field. Now we need to go and create a turnover, something to get the momentum on our side and off their side.
Something good has got to happen.
Because they're up 21-0,
it's got to happen
and this
quickly.
side is quiet.
It's got to happen quickly.
I mean, I can't believe they're so quiet over here at 21-0. I think they've already counted it a win.
Yeah, I think so. Low kick by Aaron, and they'll just let it hit and bounce inside the 30, be down to the 27-yard line. A 38-yard punt by Aaron here. 1st and 10 Prescott at their own 27-yard line.
Jackson Funeral Home, our family serving your family. Locations in Newport, Harrisburg, and Newport. 523-2433, been a sponsor for many a years. Merchants and Planters Bank, 2nd and Hazel Street. They also have the Solution Center, M&P Insurance and Investment Services. 523-3601. Dr. Jeff Angel, can't forget about him. Orthopedic surgeon, Orthopedic Clinic in Batesville. 870-793-2371.
11:07 to go in the second quarter. Quarterback keeps it. Makes a nice little stutter step. Hounds tackle him at about the 31-yard line. Give him 4 on the play. Be 2nd down and 6 for the Curly Wolves.
Just got to make them punt the ball, or we've got to create a turnover. We've got to do one of those two.
We almost did both of them on their second series, and again, we'll look back at that one. Pass out here in flat 13. Nothing there. You see something, Brian?
Yeah, we're really getting held out here on the outside edges. I mean, we had a great play, but it would have been better if our outside guy wasn't getting held.
Julius Clark on the tackle. 3rd down and 7. They've got to get just past the 37. Quarterback fakes and drops straight back. It's flushed out of the pocket, and he's got room, and that's when he's dangerous, and he'll have a 1st down past the 40-yard line. They'll spot him at the 41. Again, that's an elusive young man, and he's got a Prescott 1st down.
Yeah, he's just elusive. I mean, we have not seen a quarterback like him this year, and everything I'd seen on film from their previous games, he's living up to the hype.
Yeah, he'll do what he'll stay in that pocket long enough. I mean, he's not just running right away. He stays in the pocket, sees if he can get somebody to come open. If they don't, he runs it and has a great job of finding that open field. 1st and 10 from the 41. Little fake toss, and he drops back and again flushed out. Just, again, very elusive. He'll get 9 to near midfield on the play.
He's just jumping around like a deer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pick
just
up 9 yards. 2nd and 1.
I don't love that he's doing this against us, but that's the kind of quarterback I love, is one that can really, when the pass is not there, can make something happen, and this is a young man that can do it. Number 1, and Hounds had a lot of pressure coming right there, and he got to pass that initial surge and gets a 1st down in Newport territory at the 41.
And he picked up another curly wolf.
Yeah, he just you know, they're just splitting us up the gut. Nothing fancy. They're just taking it to us.
You know, I don't figure there's a lot that we hadn't seen on film. Number 1. Pretty good job by the Hound defense there. He'll get inside the 40 near the 38-yard line. Looks like a gain of 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6. Clock's at 9:15 and counting here in the 2nd quarter, and Prescott leads 21-0 already.
We just got to make something happen positive for us. You know, our guys kind of have their hands on their hips. They're looking dejected.
Yeah, and quickly. Quarterback fakes and keeps it and spins, and he's got that patented spin move right there. Hounds adjust to that pretty well and make a good play. See who gets off the bottom of that pile there. And get O'Shea Pruitt, as usual. If you don't know, it's probably O'Shea. Well, maybe that was 21, Julius Clark.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it was 21. 3rd and 5. Pass out here, and got a flag over there this time, and he'll be short of a 1st down, I think, but there is a flag on the play. He actually probably has the 1st down, but there's a flag.
Flag on the play.
Typically, those are on the offense. Typically, they're one of those holds you've been seeing tonight.
You had an ineligible man downfield.
Don't see those very often. Saw one last week at Atkins.
Yep.
And I will never forget the 2 they called at Atkins back in 2003 that we felt were very much part of us losing that football game in 2003 when we outplayed those guys all over the field. I thought it was almost deja vu all over again when I heard that they had called a ineligible downfield last week, but Hounds went ahead and won that football game. Ineligible downfield on the offense. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. Be 3rd down, and 3rd down and nearly 10. Long 9. Wouldn't be surprised if this wasn't 4-down territory for the Curly Wolves. Come on, defense. And we jump off sides and make it 3rd and 5. And you just can't do that kind of thing. Makes it much easier at 5 than it is at 10.
Yep, that's just one of those things you can't have.
I mean, young man's wanting to make a play, I know, but you just got to be disciplined and wait till that ball moves.
The Greyhounds.
They'll move it up to the 36-yard line, be 3rd down and 5 now. The clock's moving at 8:10 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Come on, defense. Find a way to make a stop. Hand off inside. He'll be stopped short of a 1st down. Gains maybe a half yard. Another big play. If we want to stay in this game, Brian, we need to make a stop here.
4th downs have been our forte this year. I mean, if we got to 4th, we've usually shut them down.
They're up there fast. They're ready to go. 4th and 4. Come on, defense. Two receivers each way. They look to the sideline to get the play. Hound fans on their feet. Love seeing that. Pass out here. It's complete, and they just make the play again. Well, just a good football team. Hard to tackle. Great execution on the play. Enough to get 4, and then they just get some extra yardage with 2nd effort.
Yeah, they just, I mean, they had 2nd and 3rd effort. I mean, he just wasn't giving up. He wanted the 1st down, and he went and got it.
Great effort. Ball will be spotted right at the 20, it looks like. 1st down and 10. Prescott at that point. Quarterback straight back. Got a man wide open on outside there, and he's got a man for a touchdown too. Pass from 2 to 12, 20-yard touchdown, 27-0.
Number 13.
Yeah, they're just, he was standing out there 2 feet outside of the end zone waiting on it. Throw it to him, and he finally, went through his check downs and found him and
had a man wide open on the right side. I thought maybe he was going to go to him, but he was looking downfield and found his man there. And Prescott's really opening this thing up.
7:16 to go in the second quarter.
Again, this kicker is 3 for 3. Ball down, kick up in the air, and a little off this time, but still good. Not near as pretty as the first 3, but good enough to count 28-0 Prescott.
Boy, that was interesting right there.
Wasn't as pretty as the first 3, but
no, he got up underneath it. His wedge just he got him a divot,
but it counts the same.
Yep. Well, something's going on down
what
there.
The officials are talking about down there. We're going to go ahead and kick it off. I don't know what they were talking about down there, but it's kind of a moot point. Again, 7:16 to go in the second quarter. Prescott already leads 28-0. And
Jamison will kick off for Prescott.
Just want this offense to find a way to do something.
They are as advertised. They're 7:16 to go. We're down 28-0. They are a fine football
They're
club.
better than I thought they were. I knew they were great offensively. I'd heard somebody say there might be a little weak link defensively, but I hadn't seen it yet.
We just hadn't found that crease for our running backs to get going, because I really believe we've got some speed that they may not have seen.
I think there's no doubt Jerry does. And possibly others as well. Again, they've been kicking it deep down to Jerry, and they do it again. Jerry fields it at the 15. Jerry runs hard, spinning up past the 30. About a 17-yard return to the 32-yard line. Hounds will have it first and 10. Again, pretty decent field position. 7:09 to go in the second quarter.
Lindley Health and Rehab, 523-6539, providing guests with a variety of essential services, long-term care, rehab, occupational therapy. Sonic Drive-In, burgers, fries, onion rings, over 168,000 soft drink combinations.
Hounds first and 10 at the 32. Brodus back in the game at running back. In the pistol look, he's lined up behind Cash. Hound fans on their feet saying, "Go Hounds, go." Our fans have been so great this year. Great to see the fan support coming back. Cash straight back. Throws it for body, and it's picked off at the 40. Just great covers down there, and just a great play by the Prescott defense. Ball intended for Garrett Body.
We had a real good protection. Just had a guy that wanted it more than our guy did. He went up and got it. Just a little bit underthrown, but hey, I like the play call.
Yeah.
I like the play call.
I like the play call. The last couple of weeks, I've really been excited about some of the things we're doing different offensively, and
I'm excited about the future. We've got so much youth out here on this, and and I'm youth as sophomores and juniors.
Yeah, some ninth graders that can help too. Right coverage. Kobe McCoy on pursuit. Complete to number 1, and he'll be slipped down about the 37. Give him 3 on the play, second down and 7. But again, defense still playing hard, Brian. Good pursuit.
I don't know that there's a better quarterback in the 3A than this young man right here.
He's the best one we've seen. I mean, there's not even anybody close. Nothing even remotely close.
Yeah, the things that makes him so good is he's got other, tools around him to utilize.
Yeah. He can run and pass. He can get to, like I say, he's got other tools to. They can just do a lot of things offensively. Second and 7. Straight back. Pump fakes. Throws it deep. Great coverage by Jay Cried. And fans want interference, but they didn't deserve getting interference. Great job by Jay Cried.
Yeah, that was a great play right there.
Number 13, Cox.
sometimes the homer comes out in them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think most of us are like that. I'm not going to say that we wouldn't be doing the same thing, but I think it was the correct call by the official, a no call.
Oh, yeah, he just went up and made the play, knocked the ball down.
Absolutely. 3rd down and 7. And this is when they've been at their best, making those 3rd and 4th down conversions. Flushed out of there. Tyler Linville with the pressure. And again, finds his way to sneak out there. We had him stopped short of the 1st down. He sneaks through there and gets a 1st down.
Oh, yeah, he's just elusive.
Yeah. Yep. No
George
doubt.
Kell Motors been a sponsor 45 years, out at exit 85. Don't forget they have the George Kell Sign Company now, 217-2883. Give them a buzz.
1st and 10. Running back around the left side. Number 1, Tydrell Fryer with the speed to close. And again, a good no call.
Well, I mean, he was making the tackle before he ever went out of bounds, so I don't know, where they want a flag from.
It wasn't excessively rough or anything. It was just a nice tackle. So,
I mean, once you're on somebody and going down,
timeout Newport. Coach Hinesley wants to talk to this Newport defense. It's 5:58 to go here in the 2nd quarter. We trail 28-0.
A shout out to our Greyhound boosters. Steve and Stacy Headley, class of 76. Sam Nicholson Farms, been supporting the Greyhound athletics for over 4 generations. Glass Plus, 1110 Highway 367 North, 523-3505. Mark Manning, Shelter Insurance, 523-6514. The Battery Guys, Neil and Keith out at B&T Battery, 523-2758. Lou Allen and Company, Lou Allen and Family and Company. And don't forget about John Minor Crop Insurance. They are big supporters of the Greyhounds, and have always been. Mr. John's been right there with it. They got www.johnminorcrop.com, and they're also, you can check them out on Facebook at John Minor Crop Insurance and Real Estate.
Speaking of www, always remember www.cable15tv.com, and replays will be on that channel, and a lot of good other information as well. So, tickled to death to be a part of 3 broadcasts this year. Really love this football team.
Dole Farms and Dole Family Farms, Churchman Building Center, Ace Hardware, the Churchman family, Iberia Bank, Billy Keaty and the crew out there, and Ricky Bice, Howard Bice, Howard's Glass, 523-3771.
2nd down. We'll call it about 3 to go for Prescott, the 42-yard line. Quarterback fakes and rolls right, looks, throws back across his body, incomplete. Found a man open, but just a half step behind him. Should have made the catch, but he didn't, and that'll bring up another 3rd down. 3rd down and about 3 for Prescott.
Boy, I thought Deshaun was finally going to get the sack on that young quarterback there. He was right at his feet.
And I'm really tickled the way our defensive line has played today with pursuit. I mean, getting some pretty good pursuit on that quarterback.
5:51 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Hounds trailing 28-0.
3rd and 3, quarterback draw up the middle. He'll have a 1st down, and still running hard inside the 40, just inside the 38-yard line. Give him 5 on the play. Be 1st and 10 Prescott inside the 38. 5:50 to go here in the 2nd quarter. We trail 28-0.
Another great tackle by O'Shea Pruitt, but
O'Shea's had a great year, all-conference type year, I think, and very smart player. And like most of these guys, he'll be back. Pump fake, throw it out this way. Good hit out there, and back stays on his feet. I think that was Jay Cright, number 5, one of our seniors, with a big hit right there. And the receiver gets up, gives Jay a pat. He credits him for a pretty good lick there.
Up about 7 yards.
They was helmet on helmet right there.
2nd and 3.
But you like seeing good sportsmanship like there. They're respecting one another.
They respect each other's playing well. Good play by Jay, and love to see that respect. Can't stand taunting. 2nd down and about 4. And off to number 1. and just
Carlos Bennett
sneaks
on the
through
carry.
there and gets it up to about the 24-yard line. Another Prescott first down, and they've had a bunch of those in this first half. Clock's down to 4:57. Stop for the moving of the change right now, but again, Prescott on the move.
They're just getting us in the middle of the field.
One again, and good
great
job
play
by the Hound defense.
Bennett on the carry.
Nothing there. So he gets up off the bottom of that pile.
Guess who?
Lost
Number
about a yard
24
on the
probably?
play.
It looks like Colby McCoy maybe been over there.
Second down.
But O'Shea's usually around it. Darrell off for a breather here. Actually a loss of 1 on that play. 2nd and 11. Quarterback fakes it to 1, drops back, throws it, and it's incomplete. A little low throw there.
Glenn passes
Had
it
13
incomplete.
across the middle, but incomplete.
Pass intended
I think
for
Deshaun made him pass it just a little bit faster than he wanted to.
Yeah, 3rd down and
Third
11.
down.
Real good pursuit right there.
Yeah. 3rd down and 11. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass. 4:24 to go here in the second quarter. Come on, defense.
We need somebody spying on this quarterback right here. 'Cause
Need a play. Listen to those Hound fans. Still love their excitement. And we did not jump. And
you think you think Newport was up 28-0?
Yeah.
As loud as they are
I
compared to
love
what's
that.
over here.
Love these Newport
Quiet.
fans. They're going to call a timeout. Prescott calls a timeout with 4:24 to go here in the second quarter. That's their first timeout. Hounds still have 3 left, but they're going to talk about this with 3rd and 11 with 4:24 to go in the half.
Yes, sir. Don't forget Sam's Diner, bright yellow building down on 2nd Street. You know, they got the plate lunches. Chicken fried steak, spaghetti, meatloaf, grilled ham, hamburger steaks, roast beef, chicken and dressing. I know that's one of David's favorite days is the chicken and dressing. And White River area on aging. Next to Glass Plus, Farmer's Oil, Ben Black's Used Cars, Robert Turner. Don't forget about the Sky Cap folks out there at the Village Mall. Go by and give them a buzz. Check on their security cameras, internet. $19.99 a month on their internet. That's Sky Cap out at the Village Mall. I'm really, I really don't know what to say.
Well, they're just a good football team, Brian.
Yeah.
I think that's about all. I don't think our guys have given good effort. I think our guys have played hard, played okay. It's not that we've given them really anything. They're just a good football team.
They're good and they're disciplined. They have made real good blocks. Just across the field, they got some good players.
I just think you got to give them credit. 3rd down and 11. Fake to 1, drops back, throws it to the corner of the end zone, and we're the only ones there. I think we got a pick. It's intercepted by Newport. Tyrell Fryer with the interception, and good to get a turnover finally.
Yeah, it's not really where you want it. You'll take it, but they were going to have another down, and they would have gone for it, even at 4th and 11. So I'll take that interception.
Yeah, I was thinking he was in the end zone, but obviously he's just outside the end zone. So we're going to get it about the 1 yard line, it looks like, at most. But, again, that's better than them having it in the end zone.
And a great effort play.
Yeah.
Who intercepted it?
Yeah, Tyrell Fryer.
Okay, good. I mean, I will. That's a takeaway from them, and I'll take it.
Take the takeaway.
That's right.
4:18 to go here in the second quarter. Hounds have to find a way to get it out of that end zone. Coach Bradley over there talking to Cash. Again, the 25-second clock has not been set yet. There they go. Finally, the 25-second clock is set. Coach Bradley gives the play to Cash. And see if the Hounds can find a way to get it out of that end zone. Got to get it out of that end zone. Don't want a safety here. Positive yardage. Looks like Brodus in the backfield.
Need to get the play off.
Joe Brodus just straight ahead, power running, and he'll get maybe a half yard. Maybe just past the 1, near the 1, about a half yard on the play. Not much there, but at least it was positive. Be 2nd down and 9. Clock will be inside 4 minutes and counting here in the second quarter.
Yeah, we need to bring this drive out.
I like to consume the rest of this quarter or score first, one or the other, but run some clock at least. Or not much there. Hounds just try to run it straight ahead, and they'll get it out to about the 3, maybe 1.5 to 2 yards on that carry is going to bring up 3rd down and long 7, I think, near the 3-yard line.
3rd down.
3:30 left in the second quarter, and still a lot of time. We need to at least get the 1st down. Otherwise, they're going to get in great field position. Dawson Cook comes out this way, wide right. Brodus make them jump, and that'll make it a little bit easier. 5 yards. We get one of those. Great job by Cash on his cadence there. Makes them jump and get 5 yards. They'll move it up to the 8-yard line. Again, the Hounds have to get past between the 10 and 11, I think. We're a long way away from there, but that's where we think they need to get it. Clock starts again.
Offside against Prescott.
Be inside 3 minutes when we snap it. Brodus, the running back. Brodus. And he's going to be short of the 1st down. Nothing there. He may get 1 to the 9, and Hounds are going to have to punt it. Just couldn't get the 2 or 3 yards we need, and Aaron Hill will need to get a great punt right here. The clock will run with 2:40 and counting.
They never did get him down. He still had his legs a
came
turn.
Out of there, yeah. I'd already looked down because thought he was going down, but when I looked up, he was actually coming out of the pile, but they'd already blown it dead. Again, Xavier Foster, your deep snapper. Aaron Hill to punt. Good snap. Aaron with a good punt. Again, they don't put anybody deep. Makes a good Hound roll up to about the 47-yard line. A punt of about 37 yards. Not bad right there. And Prescott will have it 1st and 10 at the Newport 47. 2:09 to go here in the 1st half. We trail 28-0.
Now we don't want to add insult to injury right here.
We don't want the sportsmanship timing rule to go into effect in the first.
Not in the playoffs.
Yeah,
no.
not. You don't want that, especially going into halftime with it. Knowing it'll start the second half. So,
we get the ball.
Yeah. So look for some small victories right here. Again, looking for a big turnover. Quarterback. Hands off inside. Played well by the Hound defense.
The ball carrier.
Excellent.
Good job in the middle. Looks like Colby McCoy.
About a yard.
O'Shea's around the play.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he came in and knocked him the other direction.
Yeah. 2nd down.
Excellent play. Excellent defensive stop.
Gain of about 1 second down and 9. Clock's inside 1:45. And Prescott lines up to go pretty quickly. Motion this way. Quarterback straight back. Got time. Flushed out of there by Deshaun. Get a holding penalty. There will be a hold on there, and the pass is incomplete on top of that. So it's either going to be 3rd and 9 or 2nd and about 20.
Yeah, it took him a little while to let loose of Deshaun.
Against Prescott.
Holding against Prescott. Be a 10-yard mark off, and that's a spot foul, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So that'll make it really a long penalty because it was back here at the 48, so that would move it back near the 38. And that would make it 2nd and 24, so I think the Hounds may take it because of where it was thrown at. Yeah, we will. There we finally start marking it off. He's at the 40. And he'll put it down just inside the 39-yard line. 2nd down and 23 for Prescott. Again, still hear those Hound fans over there. Want to get a stop here. Quarterback straight back. There comes Deshaun. Played well by the Hound defense. They're all over there, and another big loss on the play.
That's the best play they've had this evening right there. I mean, they had it snuffed out.
I think 21 was over there, Julius Pruitt and others. 3rd down and long. Don't let him out of this hole. Excuse me, Julius Clark, 21. I don't know if we got a timeout on the field or what. There's a stoppage right now about something. Referees over here discussing something with their coach. They're wanting to change the time on the clock is what they're doing. They're trying to get the timekeeper to change it. The coach is signaling up here, so if they can understand his hand signals, if they can understand his hand
119, what they're trying to get them to.
I don't think they quite understand him yet. Still have not changed it. It's still at 106. 109 is what they put it at. They want the 19, not 109. Really there we go. And then the clock operator gets an ovation. Got it right.
Everybody in the stands knew.
Quarterback in trouble. In trouble. Colby McCoy. Good job by the Hound defense. We'll force a punt here. Well, I don't know with the clock the way it is. I think they're going to punt it, but they could run it down and run a play and not leave much on it, but they're going to punt it. Need a bad snap like they would on their first punt. They've shown they can do that.
Jameson back to punt for Prescott.
Clock will be inside 45 seconds. 25-second clock's at 15, so they could run it down to about 29 before they snap it if they choose. And they are standing there going to let some clock run. Excellent punt. We'll just get away from it. And they get a good bounce for Prescott. Now it's sideways. And we'll get it first and 10 at the 27. We'll have 22.9 seconds to go. We trail 28-0.
If they snap it to him good, he can punt.
Yeah, he's a good punter. Yeah. Didn't get a chance the first time. They're just a good, solid, all-around football team.
Yeah, they have just
seen no weaknesses.
No, they've just brought the wood. Their defensive line is really played a excellent first half.
Again, a little bit surprising for some of the things I'd heard, but I mean this defense has played well. Kicking game, offense obviously very good. And Joe Brodus lines up behind Cash. Hand off to Joe. Joe Brodus. Joe Brodus will have a first down and more to about the 45-yard line. The Hounds' biggest play of the half, about an 18-yard run by Brodus. And see if the Hounds will call a timeout right here and try to make something else happen.
Picks up first down.
I know they're in prevent, but, that's positive. That's positive.
Looking for positive stuff right now. They'll get 18, and Coach Hinsley, and then we'll call timeout. 15.7 seconds to go here in the first half. And we've got 2 timeouts left.
We got get the ball to start the second half.
Be nice to get a miracle play right here. Then you never know, but we got to have something good to happen. Body will come out wide right. Quavion also out this way. Jay Cright wide left. Joe Brodus lined up behind Cash. O'Shea, the blocking back, I think. First and 10 Hounds, 15.7 seconds to go in the half. Cash goes out here to Jay. Jay will get a first down and get out of bounds. And again, as you said earlier, they're giving us some cushion right there, but still a positive play.
Well, the good thing is John Bradley saw how they're lining up and saw that we could scoot down the sideline there with about 15 yards there, 5 seconds.
10.6 seconds to go. Time for a couple of plays for the Hounds. We got our timeout, so we've got time for 2 plays. We can do about anything we want to here. If nothing else, giving this offense a little bit of confidence. Cash.
Arthur passes complete.
Pass complete inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line. I think it was O'Shea, right, Brian? Yeah, O'Shea over there, number 24. Not much there, though, really. A gain of about 3.
But it got the clock stopped.
Yeah, 38-yard line. But you're down to possibly 1 play, maybe 2. Just depends on where you throw it and how it's executed. Second and 7 at the 38. 6.4 seconds to go here in the first half. Cash by himself in the backfield, drops back, throws it across the middle. Incomplete. He had Jordan Neal wide open across the middle, just a little bit behind him. Now we definitely only have time for one play. 2.6 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, he was either going to have to get tackled and get a timeout quick or go score.
Yeah, because he was going to get a few more yards, and that probably meant the clock running out. I'm sure this program has a seasoned clock operator that would know how to run an extra 2 or 3 tenths off if it came to that.
I don't know. He had trouble getting 119 up there a while ago.
Yeah, so you never know. Hounds just got to go try to score right here. Can't throw a 7 or 8 yard out pattern here. You got to try to score. Cash straight back. Just throw it deep, Cash. I think he was hit as he was thrown, and that's going to be the end of the first half. Your score, Prescott 28, Newport nothing. Second half action is next. Second half action, Newport trails Prescott 28-0 here as we begin the second half. Brian, I just think it's just too much Prescott. I just think they're a good football team.
They're an excellent football team. I mean, just across the board. They have just played a pretty much flawless outside of one interception and the high snap on the punt. They played flawless.
Yeah, they played a great football game, and I don't think the Hounds have played bad. I just think it's one of those deals where Prescott's just pretty good.
You got to give credit.
Yeah, you just got to give credit where credit's due. I mean, there's no way around this.
Well, there's something that's popped up here in the second half we didn't have in the first half, and that's a cold wind out of the north.
A little bit of a breeze, yeah.
I call that a wind.
When it's cold, it's a wind.
Yeah, that's right.
If it wasn't so cold, it might be a breeze. But Hounds will receive to start the second half, and they've been kicking it deep to Jerry. And we'll see if that's what they keep doing. Across the middle, Jerry will field it at the 15. Jerry Ellis up the middle. Jerry giving all he's got. He'll get up to about the 27-yard line. 12-yard return on the play. Be first and 10 Newport as we begin this third quarter. 11:51 to go and a hands play at first and 10. It's like around the 28. Need something good to happen quickly.
Yeah, need a good positive drive here to start this third quarter. Kind of, give them some momentum. Not stay down because they probably got down on themselves there.
Oh yeah.
In the halftime, and I know the coaches how they are. They tried real hard to get them pumped back up.
First and 10 Newport.
Hounds first and 10. Cash looks to the sideline. Relays the play to his teammates. Hand off right up the middle. That's a good positive play. Jordan Neal on the carry, and that's one of the better plays of the game so far for the Hounds. Give him about 7 on the play, second down and 3.
Yep, the left side of the line gave him a good crease to get through, and maybe we've made some adjustments of how we are going to block. Maybe
you've got a nephew on that left side too, don't you?
I got a left guard out there with the last name of Prince.
Yep. Cash throws it. Quavion, first down Newport. Hounds 2 very positive plays to start the second half, and be first and 10 Greyhounds at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, the good positives were the line gave Cash time to throw. Cash threw a good solid bullet out to Q, and he caught it, and we got a first down, and that's that's what you got to do. It first down, touchdown.
One step at a time. Hound fans over there doing a great job again. Just love the way they've participated here this year, especially lately in this playoff run. And Jordan Neal, the pistol look behind Cash there. Jordan straight up the middle and nothing there. He'll get it to the 40-yard line. Be a loss of 2 on the play, brings it second down and 12.
Just didn't get to the hole that was there. The hole did open, but we had a guy come in from the backside, looked like.
Yeah.
that we didn't need the negative yardage. We got to go forward. If we get a couple of touchdowns, we'll cause them a little reason to go to think what's happening here.
Got Alex Emery and Tyler Linville on this right side. Cashed back, throws it, and almost picked off. Trying to get it out to O'Shea there, and it was tipped up in the air. And if that guy would have caught that on the run, it would have been, he could have walked into the end zone.
It just took, he made a leap to knock it and bat it around. I don't think he was going to catch it.
Yeah, loss of 2 on the plays, 3rd down and 12.
10-11 here to go in the third quarter. Greyhounds trailing 28-0 here in the semifinals.
And Hound with the first down on this drive. Long one here to convert, 3rd and 12. Cash rolls, tipped up in the air. He was going to try to get it out to O'Shea right here. Tipped up in the air by number 43. And even if he gets it to O'Shea, they've got 3 guys in pursuit over here, and probably still not going to be a big gain. So Hounds have to punt it.
I will say this is, not only the best quarterback and the best team we've saw, but their secondary is outstanding. Yeah. There's usually, if we get a play going, they've got 3 or 4 out there to make the tackle. They stay home, they play their lanes, and it's just, they're a well-coached, disciplined football team.
We said in the first half, really no weaknesses I've seen so far. Just very solid football team. Getting Aaron Hill to punt. Xavier Foster with the deep snap. We got a flag on the play. It'll be a false start against Newport. We had the guy kind of raise up over there, and they caught that, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty.
Guy on the far sideline threw the flag after the defensive end talked him into it.
Told him what he saw, or thought he saw. Ball marked back to the 35-yard line, and as always, Prescott does not send anybody deep. Kind of surprising they don't try to field punts. As strong as they are in all phases, you would think they would try to do that too. Good snap. Another end-over-end kick by Aaron. It's going to go sideways and out of bounds at the 45-yard line. 20-yard punt, be 1st and 10 for Prescott at their own 45-yard line.
I want to thank some of our sponsors this year. Our lead sponsor has been the White River Health System and its affiliates, Newport Diagnostic Medical Clinic in the White River Medical Complex, the After Hours Clinic accepting walk-ins, Dr. Jeff Angel. And the pregame show was the Arkansas Steel Associates out on Van Dyke Road there in kickoff. Has been brought to you Brian Smith, Farm Bureau Insurance. Sam's Diner.
1st and
Yellow
10.
Building.
Prescott at the 45. And there's number 1 on the handoff. He'll get 8 yards to the 47 of Newport. Gain of 8 on the play. 2nd down and 2.
They just do such a excellent job of sealing off with their blocks when they plan the outside run. They've sealed us off well.
2nd and 2 from the 47. Same thing to the left.
Van Hook on the carry.
Can't quite get the tackle made. He'll get near the 45-yard line. We'll see, maybe just short of a 1st down. It'll be 3rd down and maybe a half a yard or so.
Alberto Garcia.
Alberto's played well.
Yep, slowed him down
this year, as of so many of these Hounds. 3rd and very short.
3rd and inches.
Quarterback keeper. He'll have the 1st down, barely. Ooh. I think they'll spot him right at the yard marker, and that's probably a 1st down. Again, just barely. Good play by the Hound defense.
Excellent. That was a helmet-on-helmet tackle.
Yeah, they're going to give him a 1st down. I thought he had it.
Another curly whoop. 1st down.
Be 1st and 10 from the Newport 45-yard line. Clock's at 9:20 in county. Number 1, who else? Gets outside. Boy, he's so hard to tackle. We get our hands on him, but, man, he's just very difficult to tackle.
Yeah, you can't tackle him high. No, you better get him around them legs. Yeah. He's a powerful, powerful runner.
We missed a bunch of tackles on him, and just a strong young man, and they're moving the football again very well. Ball's inside the 30, around the 29-yard line, 1st and 10. Quarterback keeps it. Number 2, and he drags the runner near the 10-yard line. They'll spot it at the 11, be first down and 10 from the 11. 8:59 to go here in the third quarter, and
multiple times we've had tackles in the backfield. We just did not wrap up.
Yeah, 2 and 1 both.
Yeah, they're just strong, hard north and south runners.
We missed a ton on both of those guys. There's one. And we'll stand him up at about the 6-yard line. It's like Dawson maybe. Yeah,
Dawson grabbed him around the waist and held on until he could get some help there.
Dawson Cook held on there. 21. Julius Clark also around that play. Second down again. They can get a first down at the 1. So second down and about 5 from the 6.
8:33 to go here in the third quarter.
2 keeps it. 2 is in the end zone. 6-yard touchdown run for number 2. That's his
for a curly whoop touchdown.
third touchdown of the game for number 6. 8:25 to go here in the third quarter. 34-0.
It's a big extra point right here.
If they make the extra point, we will have sportsmanship timing from here on out. And he hasn't missed one yet. He had the one ugly one, but it snuck in there.
Money honey on the attempted 1 point.
Got a flag.
He got ready. He pulled the ball back and then stopped and put it back down.
False start. Offense will make it another 5 yards. And who knows, maybe he'll stay 34. But he's, like I said, 4 out of the 5 he's kicked have been good from 5 yards past there, but one of them was not at all. Ball down, kick up in the air, and that looks good, and it is good. And we're going to have sportsmanship timing from here on out. 8:25 to go in the third quarter. Hounds trail 35-0.
Some more of our sponsors that we would like to thank. The White River Area on Aging, 1200 Highway 367 next to Glass Plus. And Ben Black's Used Cars, Farmers Oil Corp. Hunter Bowen at Muddy River Calls. Robert Turner for Edward Jones. Skycap from Sky-Fi out at the Village Mall. St. Michael's Place. NEDC, Newport Business Resource Center. Farmers Tire Mart, 1501 Malcolm Avenue. Dr. Gavin McDowell. Player of the Game, sponsored by George Kell. Subway Coaches Show, sponsored by the Subway out at Walmart.
Well, Brian got some first half stats courtesy of Austin Lane, and boy, just domination as we expected. The stats pointed out. Prescott with 319 yards of total offense, Newport only 78, and we knew it was pretty dominant, and that just bears that out. Joe Brodus with 9 carries for 32 yards. Cash, not a bad passing afternoon, 6 out of 9 for 54 yards, so some decent numbers right there. Tackle-wise, Julius Clark had 5, Tydrell Fryer had 6, O'Shea with 9. One of his better nights with tackles tonight, but again, just too much Prescott. Kick out of bounds. Be Hounds football. Right around the 38-yard line. Ball goes out of bounds at the 38.
Some more sponsors. Norman and Baker Pharmacy, the Mary Davison Crew. City of Newport, Newport Recycling. El Puente, Bratcher Real Estate. Mary Reed and Lauren Sampson. Unity Health, Harris Medical Center. Greyhounds need to come out and get some points on the board here, make a good positive drive.
Just make things look better. It's obviously going to be very difficult to come back and win it with that clock running the way it is, but just got to play hard. Again, got a lot of mostly 10th and 11th graders playing for the future right here. Those seniors playing probably their last game, so some pride there. Jerry Ellis comes out wide right. Quavion also out this way. 1st and 10. Cash hands off inside. Joe Brodus. Joe Brodus running hard to the 45-yard line. Give Joe about 7 on the play. 2nd and 3 Hounds.
Yep, he's Joe don't know when to quit. He's not going to quit.
Brodus on the carry.
2nd down and 3.
Picked up 7 yards. 2nd down.
And off straight inside. Just nowhere to go there. You saw the Prescott had 2 or 3 guys coming, and there's just no chance to make anything inside there, and he'll lose.
Yeah, he caught up with Connor. Connor was pulling from his left guard position around to the right and caught right up in behind Connor trying to make a block, and his wheels was going too fast.
And just not a chance there. Loss on the play brings up 3rd down and 7 from the 41-yard line. Receiver falls down and they get a pick, and he's going to run it about 43 yards to the house. Receiver fell down right there, and that's all you can say.
Jameson intercepted that pass and carries it in for Curly Wolf. Touchdown.
And there's not much you can do when your receiver falls down and you've already committed to throwing the football.
He threw before the receiver even turned.
Yeah, timing pattern there. And if he doesn't fall down, it's probably a good play, but he did, and it wasn't. 7:16 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's 41-0 Prescott, and game's pretty much over now. I'm just playing for some pride and playing for those young people right now. Getting better.
Rucker will hold.
Ball down, kick up in the air, and it is.
Missed that one.
Missed his first one of the game. He's 6 out of 7, and it's 41-0 Prescott with 7:16 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Some more of our sponsors this year: Jackson's Funeral Home, Lindley Healthcare, Merchants and Planners Bank, M&P Insurance Investment Services, Dr. Jeff Angel, Sonic Drive-In. Don't forget about that. 168,000 choices. Kell Motor Company. And then we got our Greyhound boosters have been with us: Steve and Stacy Headley, Nicholson Farms, Glass Plus, Mark Manning, B&T Battery, Lou Allen and Company, Doyle Family Farms, Churchman Building Center, Iberia Bank, Howard Glass, the McGoey Family Farms, and Purdy's Flower and Gifts.
Prescott to kick off from their 40, of course. Jerry Ellis will be deep along with Dawson Cook for Newport. Jerry's got every one of them so far and probably averaging about 20 yards a return.
Jameson will kick off for Prescott.
There's the kick, and fairly high kick. Dawson will take it at the 20. Dawson Cook. Dawson with an excellent return. Still running hard to about the 42. Dawson Cook, a 22-yard kickoff return. Be 1st and 10 Newport from the 42-yard line. At 6:52 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Hounds trail 41-0 after the interception return of 43 yards by Prescott.
Got some sprinkles starting down.
There was supposed to be some start sometime tonight. I think the bulk of it's supposed to be a little bit later for South Arkansas, and maybe make it up to our area about noon tomorrow. Joe Brodus. Joe running still hard. Joe running hard past the 46 up to about the 47-yard line. Give Joe Brodus 5 yards, 1st and 10, or excuse me, 2nd down and 5 for the Hounds.
6:39 and counting here in the 3rd quarter, 41-0. Hounds are trailing.
About 4 yards.
But it's been an excellent season.
It's been a great season. We'll talk more about that before this night's over. It'll be time to put this one to bed and talk about what a great season it was and what a great season we think next year will be. Can't wait till the first Friday in September next year. 2nd down for Newport. Again, Joe lined up behind Cash. Joe, not much there. He'll get 1 up to about the 48, maybe 2 to the 49. Brings up 3rd down, and we'll call it 4.
3rd down.
Just trying to get some good blocking there and get Joe a little room to run the football. He gives it to the official, who puts it down at the 49-yard line. 3rd down and 4. 5:35 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Garrett Body comes out wide right with Quavion. High snap, Brodus. Joe running hard trying to get to that marker. He'll be just short, but he gave it everything he had. He'll be up to the 48. He had to get to the 47. I'm sure it's 4-down territory for the Hounds probably here. 4th and 1.
They've moved that spot around a couple of yards.
4th and 1.
A long one now. We've got to get just outside the 47, about a yard and a half, I guess. Hounds will go for it. Garrett Body comes way out here. And we're not going to get it.
Porter's the ball carrier.
Joe's upended, just
for no gain.
lost about 1 on the play. Be 1st and 10, Prescott at their own 49-yard line. 4:38 to go here in the 3rd quarter. We trail 41-0. They haven't run that clock very continuously, which...
Yeah, it's supposed to run nonstop.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's a couple of situations. I know timeouts, it stops, and maybe on scores, I'm not sure, but I don't think on change of possession like that it does.
No. Unless there's different rules for playoffs, but I don't think so.
I don't think so. And the official didn't spin it there at all, and I don't even think he knows what's going on in regard to that. 1st and 10, ball right at nudging midfield.
Got a different quarterback in here.
Yeah, I think they're going to play some different guys. Don't want to get anybody hurt for the championship game. And number 3, it's been 1 and 2 the whole game. Now they've got 3 out there, and a little tougher sledding for him. He'll lose 2 back to the 48-yard line.
Lost about a yard. 2nd down.
Still got most of their offensive line in there.
52's a player, we know that. He's still out there. Again, new backfield, quarterback and running back. Quarterback fakes and rolls, going to throw it deep or throw it across the middle. Good play there by the Hounds. Boy, it was almost over the head to the receiver, but good job by the Hounds secondary. I thought that was TK, who's played so well the last couple of weeks, and look forward to having him back with so many others next year.
Oh yeah, we'll be a lot deeper next year than we were this year.
3rd down.
We're pretty deep, but we're going to be so much more experienced with that depth next year. You know, now a lot of 10th, 11th graders, those guys are going to be 11th and 12th graders and through another year of off season, and very excited about the future. Hand off this way to 3, running hard this way, but he's not going to be able to get around this Hound defense.
Lloyd on the
21 on the tackle there. It's Julius Clark.
Picked up about a yard.
Dawson Cook also around the play.
4th down.
Deshaun, Tyler, Linville all out this way as well. Be 4th down, and Curly Wolves will punt it. Number 6 is out there to punt. Clock will be inside 3 minutes when he does punt it. Be Jay Kreit deep for the Hounds.
We'll miss that young man.
Yeah, we'll miss Jay. One of the few seniors. Not a very good punt that time. Backward spin on it, just get out of the way. And it'll bounce back to the 36-yard line. So 14, only about a 15-yard punt for Prescott. And the Hounds lay it 1st and 10 with good field position at their own 36.
Again, I'm not sure why they're stopping.
I guess they're saying for change of possession, but I didn't know that was a rule. I know, like I said, there's a couple of times that you do stop it, but have to reread those rules.
Well, I know during the year it didn't work that way in the ones we had.
I think it depends on the officials, yeah.
'Cause we've been on the other side of it.
Yeah. Jordan Neal. Not much there. Jordan tries to scoot it outside, and he really gets nothing there. Back to the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd down and 10. 2:20 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Hounds trail 41-0.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
2nd and 10. Again, Garrett Body, Quavion out this way. Jay Kreit left. Cash throws it deep. Great coverage by Prescott. Intercepted at the 37. That's number 8. Good job by Garrett Body of bringing him down, but just a great play by the secondary, and they return it to midfield. And they'll stop the clock, and Prescott will have it 1st and 10 at midfield with 1:44 to go in the third quarter.
Thompson.
We're trying to go deep right there, and their defender wouldn't have any of it. He stayed home and did a great job defending.
I like it. We're still going after them. I don't care who's out on the
Hounds will
field.
play to the end. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Curly Wolves take over 1st and 10.
First and 10 at midfield, and quarterback keeps it. He'll get about 2 yards.
Cade Haney on the
There'll be a flag on the play. Deshaun on the tackle, and probably going to get some kind of personal foul against Newport. Kobe McCoy also in on that play. Wait, there's going to be a face mask against Newport. Only a 5-yard kind for grabbing it, no pulling on it. No personal foul. Be a 5-yard mark off against Newport.
face mask penalty.
They'll spot it at the 44-yard line. Be 2nd down and 4. Guess it still be 1st down. It was a live ball penalty, so they will get to replay the down. Quarterback straight back, got the pressure across there, tries to throw it across the middle, does. Fumble the football. They get a hold in there as well. They do fumble it, and
it's still around.
And Prescott's pointing their way, and Deshaun Anderson's pointing our way.
To number 15, Bailey Adams.
And again, both teams pointing their direction. And I bet you Prescott gets it. And still no indication from the official. Newport's football finally indicated by the referee.
Dawson Cook come up out.
Dawson Cook with a recovery.
Deshaun was sure.
He was sure all the way, but they had 2 or 3 guys pointing like they were sure. So
but there was still a flag.
Yeah, there was a flag on play. It's going to be a block in the back against them. Of course, that will be declined, and Hounds will get the football at their own 42-yard line. I guess 2nd turnover we've gotten tonight, but hadn't helped a lot.
Don't forget about ASU Newport. They had a record enrollment this year.
It's a great place to start.
Yes, sir.
And again, they don't start the clock, and I think they're incorrect on the way they're managing this clock. And off inside, and maybe 2 yards up to about the 43-yard line.
Ball on the carry. Picked up 2 yards. 2nd and 8.
That was Brodus. I saw the 4 in there. Couldn't see the first number. It was Joe Brodus on the carry. 2nd down and 8 from the 43. Probably one more play here in this quarter. Down to 35 seconds. Brodus lined up behind Cash. 2 receivers left, 2 right. O'Shea in motion to the left. Brodus. Boy, just a great play from behind with number 43. He wasn't going to let Joe get to that corner. And outstanding job by that young man. And we lose a yard or so on that play. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter, it looks like. And your score is Prescott 41, Newport 0.
Foul made by number 42, Dalrymple. No gain on the play.
I'm surprised we haven't had. Haven't been able to put the offense together.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to give credit to their defense for keeping us out of the end zone to this point, and because not many folks have been able to do that to us this year.
No, nobody has.
Yeah, I mean, I think small as we mustered out was at Harding Academy a couple of weeks ago.
13 with them. Well, the Pickett game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we only got 7 against Pickett. That was that tough defensive battle there. And these guys played Pickett, and it was like 59-37, I think, here a couple of 3 weeks ago. So we're surprised Pickett got 37 on them. I don't know how much they got to play.
After seeing this.
Yeah, I don't know how much they got to play against, maybe the reserves of Prescott, but still, it's hard to believe Pickett would get 37 on these guys, but they did. he could obviously never stop them either.
Got a third down here coming up, start of the fourth quarter.
41-0 Prescott. Third down and 10 for Newport. 3 receivers this way, 1 way wide right. Jay Cright. Good move by Jay. Jay running hard. I think Jay will have a first down depending on the spot. Good job by Jay Cright running hard. His last game.
Number 5.
Good pass, good catch, and good run.
Jay Sentry.
Boy, Jay's done a great job this year and just been a leader for this team. He's played well. And
picked up a first down.
you would think they would have run the mercy rule several times, but not running appropriately tonight. Jordan Neal 40, 35, Jordan Neal 30, still on his feet. Biggest gain of the night by Newport. Jordan Neal with an outstanding run to the right side.
Picked up a first down.
Going to spot him inside the 20.
Yep, that was have to brag on the nephew there. He had a good pulling block from the left over to the right and helped create that hole, and Neal took advantage of a nice hole to run through.
Connor's another one of those guys, 2 years left to go. And
yes, sir.
Wait to see him put some muscle on during this offseason. He's going to be a force without a doubt.
Zane Watkins right next to him. He's in there spelling
right.
Durrell.
Jordan. Straight ahead, still running hard. He'll have it up to about the 16-yard line. Give him about 2, maybe 3 on the play. Second down for Newport. 11 minutes and counting.
Picked up 2 yards. Second and 8.
And Jordan Neal, the running back, lines up behind Cash. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Hand off inside to Jordan.
Neal on the
Jordan
carry.
moving those feet inside the 15, very near the 10-yard line.
Another good pulling block opening up that hole, and Zane's doing a good job and filling in for Durrell over there. I'm sure that's probably he's gonna be on the line next year.
Yep. A lot of good young guys. Third down and about 2 for Newport. Let's punch this thing in, guys. And Jordan Neal lines up as the running back behind Cash. Jordan. And boy, stuffed in the backfield. And it's going to bring it. We had 3rd and 2. It's going to be 4th down and about 5 now. And really want to get that goose egg off the scoreboard here.
He threw for a big loss. 4th down.
4th down and 5 again. Back at the 10-yard line, 15-yard line. Garrett Body goes wide right. Crichton and Quavion left. O'Shea in the slot. Jay Crichton complete, but he's not going to get it. He'll lose a couple, and the ball turns over on downs to the Prescott Curlywoods. And really wanted to get that goose egg off the board, but we were not able to do it. Good Prescott rise to the occasion there.
We still got 9 minutes. Defense come out here and shut them back down again.
Still see those guys, defenders, shaking the hands of the offensive guys. They leave the field. Just a great, camaraderie among this bunch, and really some togetherness there that I really like seeing. And Ty Drell and TK, and at secondary, Dawson Cook, Jordan Neal, and Alberto Garcia out there. 21, Julius Clark, 24. O'Shea Pruitt, number 50 out there is Alex Emery, Deshaun Anderson. Luke Samanego. Looks like there's a timeout on the field, so that will stop the clock the way it should stop on this situation. 9:20 to go here in the football game, and the Hounds trailed 41-0. Again, looking at this program at the seniors, there's not many of them listed here. You got Jay Crichton and Jordan Neal and Go down the list. Devontae McCoy, Quavion Harris. Got Lamont Wheeler listed there. Travis Cias, Dalton Bennett. Aaron Hill. Deshaun Anderson. Not a lot. Some good quality there, but not a lot of quantity. So now on defense back on the field.
They came a long way from that 2-8 last year.
A long way. You know, I told everybody before the season, I knew we'd be better. I didn't know how long it would take. I knew it was going to, we had a young bunch, but it came pretty quickly. It's been a great season. Hand off inside and nowhere to go there.
Yeah, they have grown up and matured
Quickly.
Our sophomores are not sophomores. Even though they're still sophomore the rest of this year in school, on the field, they're no longer sophomores.
Yeah, we can call those guys juniors and those juniors seniors now after tonight, and look for a pretty experienced bunch back next year. And I know some of those ninth graders that moved up when their season ended are going to be able to help as well.
Yeah, we look like a full team when the ninth graders join us.
Yeah, it's great to see. About the roster has 53 on it. Prescott's going to go to a knee, and they're doing that awful early, showing some class there. I've never seen anybody go to it that early. Usually when they know it's their last series, they'll go to a knee, but these guys are going to a knee right now, so with 8:30 to go in the game.
They also don't want to give up a safety.
Yeah.
Third down.
Just telling it like it is.
Yeah. They'll go to their knee again, it appears. They'll let the 25-second clock run down. It's at 10 and counting.
7:56 on the game clock.
To a knee again. That'll bring up fourth down, and they'll punt the football now, I think. Yeah.
Takes a knee.
Can't thank Ben Black enough for this year. He's been the mainstay back there.
Producing, directing, cameraman. I just say hi to my brother Dan out there. He's been out this year, and he's battling hard and having some success with his treatments, and hopefully we'll see him back. But
prayers for him.
Prayers for him, and they are working.
And like the big dog, prayers for David back here, and get them eyes healed.
Prescott to punt. And they're letting that clock run down. It's down to 6 and milking as much as they can. End over end punt. Tydrell will field it. Thought he was, but it's just going to let it bounce now. Didn't want to risk a turnover, but it'll bounce down to the 35-yard line. Well, that's a outstanding punt.
That's flipping the field right there.
That's a 59-yard punt with that excellent roll. They were on the 6, so that's 59 if the 6 was the correct spot, and I think it was.
That just goes to show you when it's going your way.
Yeah.
In every phase, it's going your way.
It's going your way. Come on, Hound. Still a chance to get a score right here. 6:48 to go. Clock stopped.
I can feel a little wind, because we're kind of sheltered by the press box here. But if you look over towards that U.S. flag,
look at the flag.
That wind's howling over there.
Pretty good, yeah. Bobby T. Smith in the backfield. Good to see Bobby T. get some snaps out here.
He runs hard.
He had some really good runs early in the season. Bobby T. He's still running hard. Good job, Bobby T. Up to about the 48-yard line.
6:40 on the clock here in the fourth quarter.
Pick up 2 yards.
About the 38, not 48. Give him a long 2 on the play. Second down.
Still trailing.
Jay Cricht comes this way. Garrett Body wide right. And Cash gets him to jump. And that'll be a 5-yard mark off and make this very manageable 2nd and 3 as they move it up to about the 43-yard line.
They had quite the crowd here
They did too.
On their side.
And tell you what, for a 3-hour drive, a great crowd by the Hounds. And not many have gone home. It's good to see that, staying with this team. They've been great on their feet hollering.
You know, our community, our hometown, they rallied this week.
Oh,
the businesses were decorated, and it was just, you know, you could feel the excitement that, you know, everybody, you know, they just didn't believe it was going to happen this fast to go from 2-8 to coming into the night 11-2.
Yeah, that support has been swelling all year. I mean, it's just growing week by week and really peaked off this week. And, you know, hopefully we'll start that first game next year and start with that kind of great support. And,
you know, they hanging those banners over the overpasses, you know, for the players on the buses to get to see. And
great things on Facebook, you know. I mean, just great comments from so many people about these young men and not only how they're playing, but their character and role models and all that kind of thing. Bobby T. Bobby T outside. Bobby T 40, 35. That's the Bobby T we saw early in the season there. Both a tough runner and a speed runner.
Smith on the carry.
5:34 here in fourth quarter and running. Greyhound's trying to get that goose egg off the board.
All up to the 35-yard line. Cash brings the play in from Coach Bradley over there.
It's good to see those Hounds out there. If you look, they're hugging one another, patting one another.
Yeah, that's what, you know, as
that's
I said,
a team right there.
A while ago when the defense came off the field, the offense was there shaking their hands and vice versa. And just, you know, something special about this group of young men, in my opinion. Bobby T running hard, give him about 6 inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Bobby Smith on the carry.
And Jay Crick showing good sportsmanship to the opponent there, patting him on the head.
Picked up 6 yards.
2nd down and 4. Ball inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. Clock running at 4:40.
You know, one thing about them, that a lot of teams that when they're good and they know they're good, they kind of showboat.
Yeah.
This is a well-disciplined, well-mannered team.
No doubt. Bobby T cuts back.
Smith on the carry.
Runs inside to about the 25-yard line. Very new. Yeah, it is a 1st down. They'll go ahead and move the chains. And be nice to get that goose egg off the board. And the way we're moving the football, maybe we will here.
Joe Broder's coming in to spell Bobby T a minute.
Up for Brandon Gates to finally get the basketball unit going next week. I think Brandon's going to do a great job here. What an incredible guy Brandon is, and great to have him at Newport High School, and ready to see what he can do with that basketball program. Number 54 will jump for Prescott, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I believe they'll fire up Tuesday night. I think I saw the schedule with a full cast of characters.
Okay. Hadn't seen the schedule in a while at least, but they'll get that bunch going. And I know Brandon will do a great job in more ways than one. Building players and character. Joe can't get outside. And they'll lose about 3 on the play. All spotted back.
Big loss on the play.
About the 23-yard line, it looks like. 2nd down and 8 from that point. Clock's now at 3.5 minutes. Running continuously, again with sportsmanship timing in effect. Let's find a way to break something here, guys. Brodus is the running back behind Cash. Brodus. Not much there. He'll get up near the 20-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down, and it's like about 5 for Newport. He may be just right at the 20, maybe just a few inches inside it.
3rd down.
3rd down and 5. Cash throws it across the middle, has Quavion, pops up in the air, and they had a pick, but it came out of his hands as well, and it's incomplete. Going to be 4th down and 5. Come on, Hounds, find a way to convert here. Cash over there with Coach Bradley getting this play. Ball's going to be down around 2 minutes when it's snapped here.
I'm kind of glad that was called an incomplete pass.
Yep. Brodus, the running back. Cash, straight back. Throws it out here. It's going to be short of a first down, and that should do it right there. Ball turns over on downs, and I'm sure that
they
Prescott
marked it a first down.
They did? I thought it was short. We'll take that.
He got just beyond the line there.
Complete to Julius Clark, and I thought he was 2 or 3 yards short, but again, we're a ways from that marker there, and still a chance for that Hounds offense to get the goose egg off the board. 1:45 and counting. Forster, the quarterback. Brodus, the running back. Joe. Well, just a good job by number 5 holding on for dear life. Joe won't go down, and he never went down. Joe never went down, and good to see that
happened multiple times tonight. Yeah. He ain't giving up.
Not giving up. Nobody on this team. I mean, you can see that they've played hard. The attitude's good, and see anybody sulking down there and being poor sports. It's good to see the whole mental makeup of this team, in my opinion. 2nd down and 8. Clock will be at 1 minute or so when we snap it here. Bobby T lined up to the left of Cash. They give it to Bobby. Bobby T running hard up to about the 5-yard line. Really
it's going to burn in their gut. You know, my son Austin's sitting here with me tonight, and he played for North Little Rock, and you know, his high school career
3rd and 3.
Every year ended in loss in there. There's a touchdown.
Good job. Cash Forster to Jay Crichton. Jay Crichton, his senior year, gets a touchdown near the end of the game. And good job, Hounds. Sorry to interrupt, Brian, but saw the touchdown pass to Jay.
They ran that awful fast.
Yeah.
But I remember what he went through, and these it'll burn them, but it'll make them
better.
Makes them better for next year.
Want it? Yeah. Y'all be good.
Thank you, guys.
Classy fans here from Prescott.
I still didn't get a definition exactly of what a curly wolf was.
Nobody knows, I don't think. Hadn't Googled that to see if it's on there or not. Hounds go for 2. Cash rolls, throws out there, and he's got O'Shea for the 2-point conversion. 16-24 for the 2-point conversion. Now with 32.9 seconds to go, Hounds trail 41-8.
Can't thank our sponsors enough this season. There's plenty of you. We appreciate you. Look forward to having you next year. It's been a great season, and I'm betting we have another great one next year.
Yeah, I think we're fixing to have a run of great ones with what all we've got coming up, and with this great coaching staff and how they're molding these young men. Like I said, it's more than just football players. They're building young men, and it's just great to see.
Yeah, and stay tuned. Keep updated. We will have an end of the season wrap-up somewhere in the next couple of weeks to kind of go over everything again. We'll keep you updated on that as well.
And we look to have a star of the game, Coach Hinesley, for this last game, and I think that's been a great hit just listening to those guys after the games.
I can tell you one thing: the state championship game next Saturday night, whether it ends up being Charleston or
Glen Rose,
it's going to be a dogfight.
It should be a great one, yes. No doubt about it.
But this, I don't know, you'll see a better team than what we saw tonight.
These guys are good. Again, I knew they were good.
Across the board.
They're a little better than I thought they were, to be honest with you. I thought there might be some, like I said, some weak links in there that we could take advantage of, and there weren't any. They've been solid as can be in every phase of the game. Only thing I hadn't seen them do is return a punt. They don't send anybody back for those. That's the only thing I saw that was a little bit questionable, but otherwise they've been outstanding. Noguez to kick off. High kick. He fielded at the 30. Ooh! And there's the hit of the game. Well, big hit right there. Couldn't tell who it was, but it was a big hit. They fumble it.
And we end up with it.
Hounds get it. Rolando Noguez, 2 more years to go. Played as a freshman last year, and just so many of these guys, you can say, well, 1 or 2 more years to go.
Maybe that's why they don't send anybody back for punts. I mean, we had, I didn't really see it on some of the games I watched this week, but they may not have somebody that, fields the ball on a punt.
Hounds get it back, 27-4 to go. We'll see what we try to do. We've got Bobby T out there. He's run it very well since he's been out there. Bobby T lines up behind Cash Forster. Drop the football, and Cash gets on it. And if we don't call a timeout, that'll be it. And I don't think we will. I think we'll just let this thing run out. And a very, very successful 2016 season comes to an end for Newport with an 11-3 record. We've had a Thanksgiving practice. We played football in December. It's been a great year, Brian.
It has, and I can't thank you enough. I'm glad you retired because I've enjoyed myself,
Good deal.
Every week, and I'm glad you were able to fill in for me when I took a week off. And
had the best of both worlds. I'm telling you, I got to be a fan for the first time in over 20 years, and that's been great watching this team as a fan. And still got to do 3 broadcasts. So it's been a great year for me too.
Oh yeah, I've enjoyed it, and I'm thankful that David's let me be a part of it, and already looking forward to next year.
I think it's going to be a great year. The Hounds lose again, but go 11-3, make it to the semifinals of the state playoffs and
Final Four. That's big.
Four, that's great, and look for a great year next year. And we'll have the star of the game and Coach Hinesley next.
Well, I did get on the air on the semi-championship game. Coach, I was going to stay home, but I wanted to be here. I wanted to be here to do this interview regardless, and I'm glad I came.
Right.
I don't need to be here. But listen, 11-3, semifinals.
It's something to be proud of.
Absolutely it is. Talk a little bit about the year.
Well, not the way you want to end it, but the season that you have, that these kids got to experience, when you have a season like that, that's something that they can remember their whole life.
Forever.
And, so for that part of it, I'm glad to be part of it, but just wish we could have finished a little better in a great effort like that. I wish we could have finished a little better in our end of our season here on this game.
Well, you talk about the end of the season and the end of the game.
Yeah.
How more fitting than a Jay Cright touchdown?
I know. Yeah.
How more fitting than that?
And everything we were doing, I just said I wanted a crooked number on the board before we left here.
Sure.
That's the only thing I was looking at, and trying to get Jay the ball in that situation is fitting. You're right.
Absolutely.
And because we rode him all year, so why not get him the last touchdown of the year?
I think last year when we did our interview and we talked about how we were proud of our kids winning that last football game and going into the offseason, and then I don't know that we expected this to get this far.
Yeah.
I expected great improvement out of this football team. I knew we had great kids coming. The coaching was marvelous this year, and it's a special group of kids, Coach.
It is. And I told them 2 things down there. The first thing was to the underclassmen. I told them we've created a monster now.
Yes, sir.
I said you have to I said that little bit of desire, that little bit of pit in your stomach right now is that you come up short, and that when you go into off season, you got to feed that monster now. We got to get even farther than what we did this year. So I mean that's a big challenge for those kids. And then lastly, just to thank those seniors for what they did, because they really did set the tone every day for the expectations that everybody lived up to. So those 2 things alone is something just glad to be part of, and I'm glad I'm glad I'm part of their life, and couldn't be more happy than I am tonight.
I'm 60 years old. I've been doing this for 35 years, and let me tell you what, my friend, this was a special year for the Newport Greyhounds.
It was. And not
year.
only just the week to week, the wins, the losses, it's just the feel that everybody had and the energy around town. So, when you got something like that going on, you can't complain. It's great. It's just the buzz around town is what I was, the best thing going in town, so.
Congratulations to you, and we want to certainly thank Subway for sponsoring our show all year, and we'll do an end-of-the-year show. We talked about that last year, and then I ran into some health issues, but I'm going to be healthy enough to do a show. Matter of fact, I'm going to put together a look back at the whole year, and I'm going to get some video. I'm going to do us a video, and we're going to have us a big show to salute these kids right here.
I appreciate that.
It'll take us several weeks to get it together, but I guarantee you, and we'll do some interviews, and we'll talk to some fans, and I'll interview Kevin at the radio station and so on and so forth. But just a fantastic year, 11-3, proud of my Newport Greyhounds. And, hey, go Hounds.
Go Hounds.